Hello, welcome back to Fallout New Vegas. We are outside the entrance to the Northern Passage, the starting point of the Honest Hearts DLC. Now, I've got to start this episode by being completely 100% honest. I have been through earlier on today and started this DLC. I've had to reload because it went horrifically wrong. I mean, not wrong to the point where I made a bit of an iffy decision and we could have carried on with it. I completely screwed the pooch. So imagine first contact and mistaking the word for hello with open fire. That kind of bad. So we are going to start from the beginning of this DLC. I do know roughly what's required. So to get past this bit here, you need to be under a certain weight capacity and your companions need to not be with you. So that's already been done. But aside from that, we'll talk to the crew.
You looking for trouble, bud? I got plenty to spare, so watch your ass around me.
Unwarranted hostility and general agitation. How long have you been a psycho addict?
Hey, fuck you! I didn't say nothing about using psycho!
How much psycho you got stashed away? If you run out on the trail, the withdrawal's not pleasant.
God damn it! I didn't say nothing about using psycho. But, just talking hypno-theoretically here. Got any suggestions?
Yeah, leave now before the withdrawal hits you out on the trail. No psycho for miles.
Fine. You win, asshole. Enjoy leading the expedition into a fucking ambush. Hope you all die.
Bye. Anyone else?
Looking to join this caravan, huh? Look to me like you can handle yourself.
What are you doing here?
Earning my keep. Jed hired me on as a caravan guard for this expedition of his. The work suits me. I've tried staying put in one place, but it never works out. Grew up in New Reno, and I couldn't put that snake pit behind me fast enough. Then I wound up wasting the prime of my life playing sheriff in Caliente. Little town north on the 93. Talk about a pain in the ass. You ask me, best to keep moving. At least the scenery changes.
What was it like? What was that like to grow up in New Reno?
Imagine New Vegas if there was no Mr. House-type fella keeping the peace. Then give everybody a gun and a jet addiction. Town's run by a bunch of crime families. No law to speak of. Make trouble and you wind up buried in Golgotha outside town. The scuzz factor's off the charts. Non-stop whoring and drugs. Couldn't walk down the street without getting asked to star in a porn movie. So I got my ass out of there while I still owned it. Guess I figured the answer to every problem was rule of law. Naive, huh?
Not too far. Tell me about Caliente.
Place lived up to its name, that's for sure. When you got fresh water and a trickle of geothermic power, always be some gang of assholes wants to kill you for it. Spent more years and took more bullets than I care to admit protecting that hellhole from dangers within and without. If it wasn't the 80s or the white legs raiding, it was someone from town drunk off his ass trying to win an argument with a shotgun. Got tired of shooting the folks I was supposed to protect. So, now I do this.
Okay, were the 80s a gang or a tribe?
What's the difference? Raiders is raiders.
Fair point.
A bunch of them swept into town and dragged off 2 working girls. Deputies and me gave pursuit, straight into 80s territory. By the time we caught up with the girls, there wasn't much left of them, so we turned for home. Made it back to Caliente without further losses, but we was watched the whole way. Never seen so few people cover so much land. Goddamn creepy. If the 80s had wanted to kill us, we would have been dead. Guess they figured we weren't worth the trouble.
What do you know about the White Legs?
Used to be they raided northeast of Caliente time to time. But then the Desert Rangers fell apart 10 years ago, absorbed into the NCR. Soon enough, the White Legs were swarming all over that stretch of I-15. Folks learned not to head north if they wanted to keep their scalps. Eventually, the White Legs destroyed the bridges across the Virgin River over in Arizona. End of discussion.
Okay.
Catch you another time, then.
Toodaloo.
Howdy, friend. Heard my little broadcast, did you? Yeah, you look the type. Damn good thing you came along, too. We had another prospect with a Pip-Boy, but he done skedaddled. Something must have spooked the boy. Wait a minute, I recognize you. Yeah, you're Alice McLafferty's rising star, ain't you? You sure you want to be here? McLafferty's non-competes are pretty rigid.
Alright, tell me more about the job.
The job is simple. Help us get this caravan into Zion and find New Canaan. The pay is 25 caps per day. Half up front, half on return. You'll get a bonus if we make it into Zion, plus another bonus if we reach New Canaan. Oh, one more thing. Don't mention the name Joshua Graham to anyone. Anyone.
Who is Joshua Graham and why shouldn't I talk about him?
Just don't. It makes the New Canaanites powerful uncomfortable, and it scares the britches off the tribals. Don't talk about the Burn Man either while you're at it. Trust me on this one. It's for your own good.
Okay. Tell me about the Happy Trails Caravan Company.
We're a smaller company out of Sacktown, up in the northern part of the NCR. We run some business through New Reno. They're on the Little Loop. Had a nice run to Salt Lake City too, but then we lost contact with New Canaan, and that went all to hell.
It sounds like Happy Trails isn't in the best financial shape.
You ain't wrong. Losing the Salt Lake City run really stung us. If we can't re-establish contact with this run, we'll be in real trouble.
Why can't you get to Salt Lake City?
Without New Canaan's mission in Zion, the only ways to Salt Lake City are down the old I-80, or up through Ogden. The highway's too risky. NCR's rangers are so busy here in the Mojave, they don't have the manpower to keep the raiders off. Ogden's just too far. We'd lose more in travel expenses than we'd ever earn.
And what can you tell me about New Canaan?
Don't know much about the place, but I can tell you about the people. The New Canaanites were some kind of religious group from before the war. They control the old city of Ogden, a ways north of Zion, and they got themselves a nice defensible mission in the canyon itself. Or they did. They trade a fair bit with the tribes in Zion. Well, the ones that don't try to kill them anyways.
Do you know anything about their religion?
I ain't a praying man myself. They paid for their goods and dealt square with us. That's all I ever cared about. But don't think that just because they're religious, that they're pacifists. They take care of their own. And they're damn
Well, being
fine
religious
marksmen,
probably
too.
isn't the basis for pacifism, to be honest, but okay. You don't know what happened to their mission?
Nope. Hence this caravan. If we don't make contact with the New Canaanites, Happy Trails might as well just shrivel up and die. Shoot.
I understand this caravan is headed to Zion. What can you tell me about that area?
Well, I ain't never been inside myself. Did some trading with the New Canaanites from their mission there. But that was all on the outskirts. All the old ways in and out were destroyed after the war. But we got ourselves the location of a pass the New Canaanites use. That's our way in. That's why I wanted someone with a Pip-Boy on the caravan. The map will be helpful for checking the topography, keeping us on the trail.
I haven't been through Utah recently. What's the situation like?
Well, it ain't good, I'll tell you that. It's not like the Mojave or the NCR. Hell, even Arizona under Caesar is safer. You got raiders all over the damn place. Tribes of degenerates that'll eat you as soon as look at you. Regional warlords, the works. Not too many decent places to stop and trade. New Canaan's one of the only ones left I know about.
Tell me about the raiders.
They're about what you'd expect. Crazy, jacked up on chems, violent as hell, and not too bright. The worst of the 80s, but we won't be passing through their turf on this run.
Okay. Degenerate tribes?
That's right. The folks that lived in Zion before the war, they didn't just get a little savage. They're downright feral. Most of them don't even speak English anymore. You got to get yourself a new Canaanite translator to talk to them. The ones you really gotta watch out for are the Whitelegs from the Great Salt Lake. They'll attack just about anyone that ain't one of theirs.
Warlords? How dangerous are they?
Dangerous enough we won't be going near them if we can help it. I got no desire for my head to decorate some little gas station fort's walls, thanks.
Fair play.
Shoot.
Let's go.
Are you now? You know we ain't coming back this way for a good long while now, right? And you know about the weight limit. I don't want no whining about old Mr. Masterson. I left my one-of-a-kind plasma cannon back at base. Can we go back for it? You sure you're ready now?
I am as ready as I will ever be.
Well, all right then. Let's get moving. We got a long road ahead of us.
Here we go.
The paths we're following are slow going, so you might as well keep your ears open and listen to what old Jed has to say. A few decades back, folks in the NCR started to hear about a community in northern Utah called New Canaan. Didn't know much about them, except that they were religious folks, sent out missionaries to talk to the tribes. We've seen our share of cults, but the New Canaanites, they were honest traders. Good fighters, too. Raiders wouldn't tangle with them. But then, the Legion appeared in Arizona. I reckon you know all about them. Turns out Caesar's first war chief, the Malpace Legate, was a New Canaanite, Joshua Graham. Legend goes that Graham was the meanest, toughest son of a bitch in the whole damn Legion. The New Canaanites wouldn't talk about him. They were ashamed. Guess I can't blame them. Well, at Hoover Dam, the Malpace Legate finally met his match. Hanlon and Oliver kicked his New Canaanite butt right back over the river. Caesar had to make an example for the others, to show them that even at the highest level, failure wouldn't be tolerated. He had Graham covered in pitch, lit on fire, and thrown into the Grand Canyon. People say he didn't even scream on the way down. Not long after, some of the slaves and tribals started to talk. Said Graham wasn't dead. Shouldn't have been any surprise. All this talk bothered Caesar, so he forbade anyone from speaking his name. Wanted to erase Joshua Graham from history. He got his wish. Joshua Graham disappeared, and in his place came legends of the burned man walking the wastes. Probably just a tribal ghost story. But New Canaan's been silent for a long time. Maybe it's a coincidence. Maybe the Malpace Legate is dead. Or maybe Joshua Graham did crawl out of that canyon and finally found his way back home. All right, people. Been a long couple of weeks. But here we are. Zion.
Ooh.
I know your feet hurt. I know you're tired. But I need everyone's mind on the trail ahead.
Ain't the trail ahead worries me, Jed. Those descents we made through that slot canyon back up there. Ain't no way we're getting back out the way we come. And then what?
God damn it, Stella heard you the first time. And the 15th, too. The New Canaanites will know a way. And if they don't, we've got the maps on our friend's Pip-Boy over there.
You do?
Enough lollygagging. Get moving. And keep an eye out for tribals.
Sorry to bother you with reality, old Jed. Who cares if we can't get back out the way we come? That's not a problem.
Shh. Hold on now. Could swear I heard something up ahead. God damn it, ambush! Cover people! Watch yourselves! Stay low!
What the hell? Oof.
Stella! Die on me, woman.
Did everybody get taken out? I think they did. Oh no, everyone died. I wonder if there was a way to keep them alive. Probably. If I'd have been a bit quicker, maybe they'd all still be alive. White legs painmaker. Okay, let's move out. Can repair my riot shotgun. Thank you very much. I brought my camera with me as well, just in case I want to take some pictures. Thank you. Whoop.
Hoy, white legs don't leave survivors often. You're some kind of lucky, let me tell you. You came from outside, didn't you? From the civilized lands. Wow. Joshua will want to hear about this.
Who is this Joshua?
Joshua Graham. He leads our tribe. Thanks to him, the dead horses are strong and safe from our enemies. He'll want to talk to anyone coming up from Southways. Guess that means just you now. Come, I can take you to him.
Okay, let's go.
Good sists. We head east then. Joshua is at our tribe's camp in the Eastern Virgin.
Follows Chalk has given you the well-stacked Cairns perk. While Follows Chalk is in your party, reaching any summit in Zion Valley, such as ranger stations, will reveal all nearby map markers and inspire a heightened state of awareness for 3 minutes. Cool, we've got ourselves a companion. How's it going?
What can I tell you?
Tell me a little about this area. Any interesting wildlife?
Mostly it's the mountain bighorners. Whole herd of them up on the cliffs there. Usually they're not too aggressive, but lately, whew. My guess is one of the calves got lost somewhere along the way. Bighorners are communal. One missing calf, and the whole herd gets ornery. If that calf doesn't turn up soon, they might very well come down into the valley and attack the camp.
Maybe I can help with that.
Yeah? Hey, thanks. Most of the hunters don't listen when I tell them the problem. Just one thing. Try not to kill any bighorners if you can, yeah? You'll drive the herd off and we'll have to range farther on our hunts.
I'll do what I can, but I need to defend myself if I'm attacked.
Of course you do. I understand. You know, I heard stories about rangers from back when. They carried lightning sticks that stunned the animals.
Tasers.
I've never been
stun
to
buttons.
any of the back when places, but they might have left one when they died. You might also try luring the baby out with some banana yucca. The mountain bighorners love the stuff.
Okay, I'll look into that.
That's great. I'll help any way I can.
Bighorners of the Eastern Virgin.
Hold up. See that log over there? Take a closer look. There might be some good stuff tucked in there.
Oh. Mole rat meat. Not exactly the greatest delicacy on the planet. Still with me? Yeah.
We follow this path for a while. Nice view of the river. Eh. Freeze. Don't move. Whew. That was some kind of lucky. Guess that one was all full of gecko, eh? Don't get used to it, though. Yao Guai are plenty mean as a rule.
Yes, I know. I've played Fallout 3.
You can take the path north here if you want, or head east over the ridge. There's a nice view from the top of that cliff, if you want to look.
I think we'll go east over the ridge then. Is this the view you were talking about? Ah, yes. Lovely. There appears to be an enemy up there. We'll just ignore it for now. Just to give some context, we're already doing 100% better than I did on my last attempt at this. I'd already killed this guy, mistaking him for a white legs, and that...
Follow the old road south. Nearly there.
Okay, that pretty much ruins the entire quest. The only thing left to do at that point is fight everybody and find a map and go back home. I mean, I'm all for keeping to questionable decisions. I think a lot of the ones that I've made in the single play, in the main story, have been a bit... Really? But when it completely cuts...
You see the dead sentries? Shamans say our enemies' souls are trapped in them. But Joshua says it shows we're serious. Whoa!
Cazador. Don't worry, I got this. Seen this kind of action before. Where have you gone? There you are. You okay? Yeah, as I was saying, when it cuts all of the content out of the DLC, at that point it's just time to start again.
Like the shadow of a ghost.
It helps if there's something to actually make a video of. Right, what's this? Zion Valley.
See those handprints? Dead horses and sorrows mark them on taboo places. Places from back when. Good thing for you, I don't buy into that stuff.
Okay. Purified water. Ooh, take some ammunition. Mark Ranger hat. Yep, we'll have one of those. Is that it? Got a toilet over here. Lovely. Anything in it? Nope. So we're heading down and south, did you say? Guess we
Bet
can...
they don't have anything as nasty as Yao Guai out where you come from, huh?
No, we have Deathclaw. Eastern
These
Birch.
paintings show the dead horses' victories against other tribes. Lots more of them since Joshua came to us.
I see.
Nearly there now. Watch out for traps in the water. Got to keep the white legs out somehow, eh?
Okay, I won't disarm them. If I can avoid it. This is the only way into your encampment. Just waiting for him to set one off behind me. There's some hostiles up there. Oh, this looks like it.
Here we are. Joshua's just ahead there, in the Angel Cave.
Can I go in? Am I permitted? Greetings. Boo, 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 boo. Okay. Guy doing push-ups over there. Go on, son.
Oi.
Oh, sorry, you're a woman? Yes, you are a woman. Beg your pardon. Angel Cave.
Hoi. Auslander Zuka Joshua Graham.
We actually get a conversation option for the Sneering Imperialist perk. If you're too dumb to speak my language, you're too dumb to talk to me. Get lost. No. Am I looking for Joshua? Yes, I am. Can you tell me where he is?
You know our tongue. Smart, Auslander. Joshua in high place of cave. You show respect, Utman. Joshua is greatest warrior. You show him no respect. He show you thunder and fire.
Back off, savage. I'm just here for a map out of this shithole valley. Not kowtow to your messiah. I'll make sure to be on my best behaviour then.
You wise for Auslander.
No, I've just had a previous save where I messed it up. That would be our friend.
We should have given you a better welcome on your first visit to Zion. But from what I hear, the Whitelegs beat us to it.
That's a lot of
Whitelegs
guns.
seem to be the only visitors we have these days. And I wouldn't have expected anyone from the Mojave to come looking for us. And you're a courier, no less. Not the one I was expecting, but I suppose he wouldn't have come with a caravan. I don't know if you were close to the other members of your group, but you have my sympathy. I pray for the safety of all good people who come to Zion, even Gentiles. But we can't expect God to do all the work.
How do you know so much about what happened to me?
The dead horses are capable scouts. Nothing passes into or out of Zion without my hearing of it.
Yeah, but what happened to me didn't happen in Zion. I came here with the Happy Trails Caravan Company to make contact with the new Canaanites.
Happy Trails. I remember. They were good friends. I have bad news for your employers. New Canaan was destroyed, its citizens scattered. All because of the Whitelegs. And Caesar, of course. The Whitelegs want to join the Legion. Caesar's rite of passage is the destruction of the new Canaanites. Almost assuredly because of me. The good news is that we can help you find your way back. Daniel, one of the other new Canaanites, has made many maps of the region. The bad news is that we can't help you right now. Not with everything that's going on.
How about I go to find dear Daniel and shake the information out of him? I'm not going to leave without offering to help. What can I do?
You're a good neighbor to us. We all go through periods of darkness. In such times, we can turn to the Lord. But it's good to have friends. Daniel and I need pre-war tools to help us navigate beyond Zion. Should we need to evacuate, these instruments will be vital to us. Normally, we would have some of the dead horses or sorrows look for them. But many pre-war buildings in the valley are taboo. They won't go inside.
And why don't you or Daniel do it?
We are responsible for leading and protecting the sorrows and dead horses. They are smart people, but not as worldly as you or I. I am preparing the dead horses for war. And Daniel is preparing the sorrows for other things.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. Follows Chalk can help you find your way around the valley. He's inexperienced, but he knows enough of our language to ignore the taboos about pre-war buildings.
Okay. Looks like we've got a mission, pal.
What can I tell you?
Any idea where to start looking for these pre-war supplies Daniel needs?
Best place to look for back when stuff is the taboo places. Sorrows and dead horses don't go in there. And even Whitelegs don't like them much.
Where should we start looking?
Lots of back when places to choose from. But for the things we need, best to start with the really closed up places. 3 I know of. A building down by the river called a fishing lodge. The old ranger station in the northwest. And the general store right by it. Closer to home might be something you can salvage from the place where the little ones fell. Just west of the Eastern Virgin.
Where the little ones fell?
In the river, there's a twisted pile of metal and glass. All full of bones. Joshua says they were scouts, but they looked awful small to me.
Oh.
Lots of that old
Yeah,
stuff.
not that type of scouts.
How do you say it? Electronics. Maybe you could use some of it.
Okay. Tell me more about Joshua Graham.
He's been the chief of our tribe since he came back to the valley. He went off to the civilized world years ago to fight a war. That didn't go well.
The only recent war I know of is when Caesar's Legion attacked Hoover Dam. Is that where he fought?
I don't know. He doesn't talk about it much. Maybe. But how can 2 civilized tribes fight over something as small as a dam?
I'll show it to you someday. Have you ever been to Hoover Dam? It's bigger than some of these mountains. You'd be surprised what civilized tribes would fight over.
Now you sound like Joshua. He always tells me that tribal life is better. That I should stay here and forget the outside world. Ask away.
I want to know more about you.
What can I tell you?
Why are you called Follows Chalk?
Our advanced scouts leave chalk signs to mark places rich with game. I'm not a full scout yet, so I follow the marks and guide the hunters.
What are all those tattoos?
Dead horses mark ourselves to commemorate our hunts. When a hunter takes a great beast, or when a youth goes on his first hunt, he gets a tattoo.
Tell me about your tribe.
We came up in the land of the dead horse. Though, why the back when folks called it that, I got no hint. We raided. We fought. We lost. Our enemies drove us back into Zion, and we would have died if it hadn't been for Joshua. Joshua and his Caesar.
Wait, what about Kaiser?
When Joshua first came to us, he was servant to a man he called Caesar. He led his master's armies, and we were ready to follow him into war. Then he lost his master's army to a tribe called NCR, the Sunset People. When he returned, he was as you saw him. Burned, broken, but changed. He led us away from Caesar. Led us to our own destiny in Zion.
What did Joshua do for you?
If it wasn't for Joshua, the dead horses would still be the whipping boys of the Zion Valley. He taught us how to hold our territory, to protect ourselves. He guided us away from Caesar, and showed us how Caesar would have destroyed us.
What do you know about the new Canaanites?
Little bit. I met some of their missionaries a few times, but I've never been to their city. Joshua could tell you more. Or Daniel, I imagine.
I didn't notice that, but what is with all the shell casings in your club?
We decorate our clubs with them to honor Joshua Graham. They were the weapons of his old tribe, so now they are ours. can't say they seem that dangerous to me. But Joshua says they won the West.
Do you remember anything about Joshua from before he became your leader?
Only a little. I was very young. He was different. Prouder, yes, but harder, crueler, more driven. Really, I was terrified of him. We all were. When he came back, I almost didn't believe he was the same man. He was humbler. He wanted to protect, not destroy.
And why is it so important that we fight the Whitelegs?
Well, because they're our enemies. What else would we do? They take our land, they kill our scouts. They poach our hunting grounds.
Okay.
Ask away.
That'll do. Right, come along. Anything else we can do in here? I'm going to not talk to Joshua Graham just at the moment. We'll save the questions till later. Check out his digs though.
The spitter plants and the green monster men aren't native to Zion. Wonder where they came from.
Ah, yes. So there are spore plants and spore carriers here. And I do know the reason for it because, as I said, I have done this before, but I won't say until we come across that particular piece of lore. Right, we're going back out the way we came, I suppose. That's a hell of a drop. Oh, that's what he meant by scouts. It was a coach trip. And the coach fell into the ravine. Gunfire coming from over there. Don't quite know what's going on, but...
See this? This is why your own 2 feet are better than any cart. Whether it's pulled by critters or goes on its own.
Broken compass. Compass is broken but can possibly be restored to a fully functioning state. Repair the compass. Everybody's dead. Grim. Right, let's move along. It's at the ranger station we just came from. We'll stick to the river for now, I think. Ooh, what's that? Banana yucca.
Look sharp. Lots of giant ants around here.
Lots of giant ass.
Killers.
Oh, giant
I don't
ants.
really know what that means. Something from back when, I guess.
I didn't hear what you said because I was talking over you. I apologise. White legs.
There they are.
Can't get a shot.
When Zion was friendly enough, folks could make camp wherever they pleased, and not worry about whitelegs and deadly critters.
I'll take that shish kebab. And your apple. Good. What's this? Zion. Oh, the fishing lodge. Cool. You ready? Hello. Clear. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, you've got a gun as well. I didn't realise you had a weapon. I thought you just carried. Well, didn't realise you had a ranged weapon. What we got? What we got?
For as long as I remember, the dead horses have thought that places of the old world were taboo. Doesn't look so spooky.
No, it's not spooky.
To me.
Nothing spooky. Well, I mean, it depends on your definition of spooky, I suppose. Low walkie-talkies, that's what we needed. Cabinet keys in there. We did it the hard way. It's fine. Right. That's everything we need from in here. Go out the other door. It rolls through the canyon like an angry god. So I looked to see when the DLC were released and what order to do them in. And although I think this one wasn't released first, it's the lowest level requirement to do. So in the kind of like curated list of which one should you do first or which should you do last, this one came out as the one to do first, and Lonesome Road came out last. So that's the order. So I think the order we're doing it is Honest Hearts, Dead Money, Old World Blues.
Upon wounds butchered everyone in New Canaan and nailed their corpses to the cliffs. The spitter plants and the green monster men aren't native to Zion. Wonder where they came from.
Right, this looks like our final location. Oh no, there's another one up there. Spoiler, this is where the snow globe is. Here we go! There it is. And I think I'd mentioned in a previous episode, I thought you gave the snow globes to Mr. House. You don't. They just get put in your presidential suite at the Lucky 38. terminal. Going. Yes. Shipping error. Hi Mandy, this is Horace Applebaum out at the Zion General Store. I placed an order 3 weeks ago for the Deluxe Mountain Man all-in-one survival kits. You know, the ones that come with a compass, a pair of walkie-talkies and a full first aid kit. I'm writing to you because as of today, 06/15/2077, I still haven't received the shipment. And I'm fresh out of the kits here. And with the summer tourist season picking up, I really need the new ones ASAP. Well, don't worry, Horace. In what's that? 6/15. So in 4 months' time, there won't be a world anyway. Dear Scoutmaster Mitchum, thanks for following up. You'll be happy to know the little Scout lunchboxes you ordered have arrived. You can pick them up from the General Store when you arrive in Zion. The General Store is open Monday through Saturday, 7 AM till nightfall. We look forward to seeing you and your Scouts on Independence Day. All the best, Horace. Mandy, who the hell is running this shipping company? I just received 3 crates of Dinky the Dinosaur officially licensed Dino Action dolls. These things were supposed to go to some tourist trap in Nevada. How the hell did they get here? Mandy, what the hell can I do with this stuff? Maybe if we file off the Dinky trademarking, we can turn them around as kiddie souvenirs and make a few bucks. But I'm still looking at a major loss here. Whatever's going on in your shipping department, take care of it, or I'll find somebody else to handle my orders. I swear to God. PS, I still haven't received the order of survival gear I requested last month. You know, things I can actually sell to people. Oh dear. Well, like I say, Horace, you can console yourself in the fact that the world will be reduced to fiery embers in a matter of months. Months. Take a little Scout lunchbox. I don't know what they're good for. Probably not very much. Yeah, it's just a miscellaneous item. Okay, let's grab us some Sunset Sarsaparilla and get the hell out of here. Rob the cash register. Oh, that's the thing. Always finding the keys as an afterthought. Is it telling me to speak to you? Or is it telling me to go in there? It's telling me to go in here for some reason.
I hear some odd things about the civilized lands outside Zion. Is there really a giant thunder lizard people live inside?
No, well, they don't live in it. A guy runs a shop out of it and there's a sniper in its mouth, but... What am I looking for in here? Is it the first aid kit? Because I think that's in another building. There's a pistol there. Silence 2-2 pistol. Nah. Yeah, I don't think the medkit's in here. I think it's in another building. Specifically, that one up there. Oops. Oh my god, what the hell?
Well, that's that then.
You, kid, are a crack shot. You can stay.
Whoa! Here we go! Whoa! Here we go!
That looked like a medical kit to me. This medical supply kit is mostly intact, but several of the sterile bandages have been broken open and the disinfectant bottle is leaking. You can try and salvage what's in there, or you can find replacements for the contaminated components. You can use alcohol to re-sterilise the bandages. Place the contaminated components. Sterilise the kit with alcohol. Oh, okay, we need a scotch. . So we need duct tape, turpentine, and alcohol. Okay, that's probably why it was pointing me back towards the general store.
Why do you...
Makes perfect sense now. Okay, let's have a look what we got. Turpentine. And duct tape. Anywhere? Oh, there's some. And we need some booze. You sell booze? Oh, there's some whiskey. That'll do. Alright, we've got everything we need. I don't think we need to do all of those things. We'll do the optional one first, because that's probably one that will be unnecessary if we don't do it straight away. Sterilize it with alcohol. Oh. Okay.
The spitter plants and the green monster men aren't native to Zion.
Guess that's fine. Right, what's the next course of action? Oh, we've got to find 5 little scout lunchboxes as well. I didn't realise. Click. Saw some in here. There's one. Just give me the
Like the shadow of a
bloody
ghost.
lunchbox. Fine, forget it. 1, 2. Probably have to get that one, don't I? Please give it to me. Keep seeing the... There we go. Just hammer the button until it comes out.
The spitter plants and the green monster men aren't native to Zion. Wonder where they came from.
I need you to be quiet now. I need one more lunchbox. Oh, there it is. Right, now we're going to go see Daniel. Oh, we've got a level up as well. 16 skill points to spend. Oh, let's get repair up to 100. And... so I'll get lockpick up to 100 as well. Stick a point in barter. Right. There was one I wanted to choose. Oh, nice. It was... light step, wasn't it? No, it wasn't. It was this one. You possess an amazing ability to repair any item using a roughly similar item. Fixed trail carbine with a hunting rifle, plasma defender with a blah blah blah. That's basically just so I can repair my armor with stuff that I've found that isn't necessarily the exact copy of it. So, say I've got this. I can repair this probably with leather armor, something similar. See, there you go. I can repair any of that phase stuff with the same. Not that I'm gonna, but it's good to know we can. What's in the boat? There's a bag in the boat. What's in the bag? Leather belt. Purified water as well. That's one good thing about this place. The water isn't irradiated. So there's no penalty for swimming about. Is this a way we can get through, or is this going to take us somewhere else? Ooh, this looks promising.
The Narrows up ahead. That's the Sorrows territory. They're peaceful enough, but you don't want to make them mad.
Yeah, this looks a bit ominous. I'll keep my gun ready. My finger. You told me to look out for these logs, didn't you? Hey. Oh. We're in a village. Where's this person running towards me? Help!
You are the one Joshua Graham sent to us. Blessings of the Father in the cave on you. Daniel is waiting for you.
Tell me more about your tribe.
We have dwelt in the Narrows since the end that came in fire. When the Father in the caves punished the world and made us forget the Holy Tongue. We have had good relations with the other tribes in the valley. At least before Salt Upon Wounds brought his white legs here. We have Daniel to thank for our continued existence. His advice and help has kept the white legs from overrunning us so far. I do not know how long even he can protect us, though.
Who is Salt Upon Wounds?
He is war chief of the White Legs, and the worst butcher of them all. The tribes he has crushed are many. The warriors he has slain, countless.
Sounds like quite a guy. Who or what is the Father in the cave?
Have you not heard of the god of the New Canaanites? He is our protector and our judge. He helped our ancestors find their place here in Zion.
Ah.
He gave us many gifts, but we are not to seek him out. His caves are forbidden to us. Those who seek them out are taken from us.
That doesn't sound like what I've heard about the New Canaanites.
Perhaps you do not fully understand the New Canaanites. I have seen the Father's images. His holy bride and holy son were given unto the world to save it. They dwelt in the caverns of the mountains, caverns which can still be seen today. The people sinned against him, and were punished with the end that came in fire and the loss of the Holy Tongue. Only the New Canaanites were spared.
I see, that's fascinating.
I'm sure Daniel could tell you more. His knowledge of the Father is greater than my own.
Give me some info on this Daniel. Who is he?
Daniel is a wise man and a great friend to the Sorrows. He taught me to speak the language of New Canaan, the English from the Holy Books.
English. Holy Books?
Yes. The language of the New Canaanites is the Holy Tongue, for it is the language their sacred books are written in. The Father in the caves brought it to them after the judgment, but the ancestors of the Sorrows sinned against him. They were denied the true tongue.
Have you known him long?
6 years. He attended the birth of my third child. It was a hard birth. The river nearly carried my water to the Father, and my child's with it. Daniel knew the ways of New Canaan's medicine. He stepped in, and
So he's
saved both
medically
of our
trained.
lives. After
He
the
comes
birth,
from
I
caverns
asked
in the
Daniel if he
mountain.
would teach me what he knew of childbirth. He agreed, and so here I am.
I'm starting to get some suspicions about Daniel.
What would you speak of?
I like your bear glove. Where can I get one?
Asaro's Yaoguai fist is a sacred symbol. It shows that we belong to the tribe and have willingly undertaken a dangerous quest to aid the tribe. Each Soro makes his own, and only after hunting and slaying a Yaoguai that threatened our people. Our shaman, White Bird, oversees the rites. Perhaps if you spoke to him, he would allow you to undertake such a quest.
Maybe I shall. What's your deal?
Waking Cloud is my name. I am midwife to the Sorrows. It sounds ill-omened, no? Midwife to Sorrows.
I haven't seen any children around here.
The children and the old have already been evacuated from the camp. They are safe enough, unless the Whitelegs come for us in force.
What do you do when you're not delivering babies?
I tend to other hurts and sicknesses that afflict our tribe. I also scout the valley for the herbs I use in my medicines.
Cool.
What would you speak of?
Nothing. I think that's
then I
it.
will look forward to our next speaking.
Me too, with bated breath. Where's Daniel? Don't come running towards me. It's very disconcerting. That's got to be Daniel, surely. Yep.
The dead horse has told me details about the attack on your caravan. A stranger's sympathy might not count for much, but for what it's worth, I'm sorry.
Thank
The
you.
Sorrows will mourn your friends too. They mourn everyone, even the Whitelegs. They have sensitive souls. Innocent, if there is such a thing. In spite of what's happened, I hope that Joshua and I can help you out of here. But to be frank, we need your help too.
Joshua told me you needed a few things. I think this is everything.
Well, I'll be. I was starting to lose hope we'd be able to get any of this, much less all of it. Tribals are smart, but, well, they're ignorant. Letting go of a taboo is difficult for them. So I knew it would have to be one of us. Turns out all it took was a Gentile, or, no offense. These supplies are a godsend.
Excuse me?
But if we're going to evacuate Zion without drawing more White-Leg attention, I need you to go back into the valley. Specifically, I need you to scout out some locations for Whitelegs and try to recover a map of Grand Staircase, a wilderness area to the east. There's also the matter of the roads. We're going to be heading out of the east side of the park, but I'm not sure the way is clear.
Resupply Daniel and the Sorrows. Okay. Come on, I got everything you needed. Just give me the damn map. Okay, yeah, I'll do what I can.
I appreciate the enthusiasm. There aren't a lot of people in the wasteland with kindness to spare for anyone who isn't kin.
Ah,
Since you've
yes,
been
but this
poking around
Wastelander
town,
realises
you
that you
might
get
see
XP
more
for doing
activity
things
from
regardless of
Whitelegs.
whether you know people or
One of
not.
the Sorrow's hunters, Waking Cloud, has volunteered to help guide you through the valley. She has a special talent for staying out of sight. After this, it's just a matter of getting everyone out of here safe and sound. And hopefully you can head back to the Mojave without any more trouble.
Sounds good. Daniel's giving you some pre-war mining explosives and a special detonator for them. They aren't useful as weapons, but could be used to collapse certain caves if that proves necessary in your exploration.
Well, here we part ways. I'm needed back at the Dead Horse's camp. Maybe I'll see you there sometime.
Typical, just when I get a useful minion. Now, give my regards to Joshua.
I will. Good gunning, Akis.
Don't know what that means. Am I getting a new companion? Why have I just been given a lot of food? Yeah, I guess you're going to be my new companion.
Daniel said that I was to travel with you until you have completed your scouting. Is this pleasing to you?
I wouldn't say pleasing exactly, but...
Certainly. We should make haste then.
Yep. Well, Waking Cloud has given you the Quiet as the Waters perk. While Waking Cloud is in your party, it's much easier to sneak by the Whitelegs. Their perception is decreased. And I think there was somebody else we needed to speak to. about doing the bear thing. Whitebird the shaman. Where can they be found? Up here? Might as well grab that quest while we're in the camp. Who's that? That's Joshua. Wait a minute. You told me I had to come here and deliver all these things because you couldn't do it. And you stood right there. Unbelievable. Do I go this way or that way? I think I go through these caves. Sweet Flower Cave. Let's have a conversation with you.
Katubiu.
Don't know what that means. Do you have any family?
I do. A fine husband and 3 children. I miss them each day, but I take comfort in knowing they are safe.
Safe? Where are they?
When we learned that Salt Upon Moons had defiled Zion with his presence, Daniel ordered the children, the old, and the sick evacuated from the camp. My husband volunteered to lead the hunters that went with them for protection. I try not to worry about them, but we have had no news for so long, and Daniel seems sad when I ask him about it. Sad and a little frightened.
I could talk to him. Maybe he'll open up more to me.
Perhaps he will. I sometimes feel he thinks he must protect me. If he has news, I would know of it.
I will ask him. And that's another quest. Alright, let's go find this shaman.
We pass like moonlight on still water.
Oh, here we go. We've got another talker in the party. Ah. I don't know if that was a hostile or somebody's pet mole rat. I just shot you. This is what happens when people dive into your line of fire. Did I just shoot you again?
Zion used to be a place of peace, you know. Daniel says that it is holy in the eyes of the Father. I hope that one day you will see it as a pride.
Sure I will. But not today.
I'll fight you if I must.
Oh. That wasn't much of a fight. It was very one-sided. Ooh. Can we use... Can we blow through here? Items. Mining explosives.
Katubiu.
Nope. Oh, I would have thought that would be the perfect place for some mining explosives. Guess not. What does the map say? Nothing. Oh well, this was aimless. So we need to find a way over there. And we can't go that way. Or can we? Is that a way through? Nope. I guess there's a path that leads up on the other side of this little river. Didn't hurt me.
Oh, Father, guide and protect us, your humble children, as we labor in the vineyards, and make us strong to resist those who would steal Zion from us.
what she said. Ooh. Whitebird's cave, that's exactly what I'm looking for. You must be Whitebird. Hello.
Hola, outsider. Welcome, child of omens. You come to receive visions of truth?
I don't know what visions of truth means.
Seek medicine plant. Return with sacred datura root. Receive visions of truth, they guide you.
Wait a minute, what if I don't want to do any of that? Okay then, I guess I'll just go then.
Go. Return, maybe yes. Return, maybe no. But go.
Alright. Go get you some fucking roots then, I guess. I'm guessing they're all going to be like directly outside your cave, easily accessible by yourself. Or maybe not. What happened there? Right. Is one of them inside that cave? That is the question. No, they are not.
I have seen many strange plants in the valley. Plants that seem to hunger for human flesh. Where they come from, I do not know.
I do. One of them's up there. Daniel?
I'm glad to see you're still with us. How can I help you?
Tell me about the Waking Cloud's family.
What do you want to know exactly? I'm sure she could tell you much better than I.
They're dead, aren't they? She said one of her births was difficult and you helped her through it.
Oh, well, that's true. Waking Cloud is a talented midwife. She certainly brought more children into the world than I have. But there are some problems she's never dealt with. One of them came up when she was having her third child, and I really didn't do much. I'm surprised she mentioned it.
Did you help the rest of her family leave Zion?
I did.
What's the matter? Did something happen?
Her 3 children are safe. They made it north weeks ago and met up with New Canaanites heading east. Her husband didn't make it. He died protecting their children from a white leg attack. Do not tell Waking Cloud. She is one of the only Sorrows who can communicate easily with us, and her tribe needs her to be strong right now.
It's her husband. Don't you think she has a right to know?
To everything, there is a season. Who are you or I to put this heavy burden on her now?
You're the new Canaanite who's supposed to help lead these people, not hide things from them.
I know, you're right. I shouldn't have hidden it from her in the first place. We can't fail here again. Zion can't become the next New Canaan. The Sorrows don't deserve that. They don't deserve any of this. Sometimes I look at them and wonder if they would have been better off if those old trails had stayed forgotten. If we had never found any of them. Tell Waking Cloud if you think that's best. I won't stop you.
Is there any other way I can help the Sorrows?
If you could part with it, healing powder would be welcome. We have enough stim packs for now, but we can't rely on that small supply. Brock and Xander plants can be found throughout the valley. And you might even find some on white legs you come across.
Okay. Why are you so eager to evacuate Zion? You don't seem to be a pacifist.
There's an old saying that goes, if you want peace, get ready for war. You've got me figured half right. I'll shoot dead any white leg that tries to creep into this camp. But it's only to protect the Sorrows. The Lord helps those who help themselves. But the Sorrows don't know how. Joshua and I do. Since I got them into this mess, I need to get them out.
If you're willing to defend the Sorrows, why not pursue the Whitelegs?
There is an important difference between killing in defense and waging war. Even a Gentile like you should know that.
We should stop calling me that. Joshua's a new Canaanite, and he's obviously willing to attack the Whitelegs.
Joshua is a living Bible of all mankind's miseries of war. The debt he has levied through his actions, he repays every day. He is a monument both to God's unending forgiveness and to humanity's unfathomable capacity for cruelty. It's written on every inch of his body.
I suppose
when
it is.
you look at him, do you only see a man of God? Beneath those bandages, he is burned flesh. As he burns, so does he consume everyone around him. Joshua wants to fight because the Whitelegs have stoked the naked flame inside of him. You see the light, but do not yet feel the heat. I can pray that you never will. But it isn't up to me, and it isn't up to God. It's up to Joshua.
And what do you know about the Father in the caves?
Father in the... Oh, right. He's some spirit the Sorrows used to believe in. Watched over them from the caves in the valley. They marked some of the caves around here because they think they'll be punished for going inside. I think as more of them learn the teachings of the new Canaanites, they'll lose their old superstitions.
You might want to have a chat with them. They think your Lord and the Father are the same.
Oh? Oh. Of course. How stupid of me. They probably also think Mary is the mother and Jesus is the child. No wonder they picked up on things so easily. I guess it just goes to show how difficult it is to communicate sometimes.
Or how incredibly similar a lot of religions are.
Until then.
Bye.
Katubiu.
Got some bad news. About your husband, I'm afraid he was killed by Whitelegs during the evacuation.
What? No. You must be mistaken. Daniel would have told me.
I'm afraid so. Daniel kept it from you because he thought the grief would distract you.
How dare he? What gives him the right? I thought Daniel was my friend, but he cares nothing for the Sorrows.
You're right. Now, what are you going to do about it? He was only doing what he thought was best for the tribe. It wasn't an easy choice.
Perhaps. I will have to have a very long talk with Daniel when all of this is over. Thank you for telling me this truth.
I'm sorry for your loss. Alright, let's go and find some of this bloody flour. Alright, that's the last of the Datura route found, I think. I hope. Yes. Back to the shaman. I think he lives up here. Whoa, God. Up. Yep, I'm going to fall anyway. That's okay. It's not as far of a drop as I thought it was. Genuinely thought I was going to die there. There we go.
You have root of sacred Datura?
Yes, I've got your root.
These roots make sacred vision tea. You drink, you see path before you. Ready?
Okay.
Drink. Tea is strong. Tea is bitter. Wisdom is strong. Wisdom is bitter. You see? You go to cave. Find ghost of she. Lay ghost to rest. This your quest. Bring peace where was strife. Go.
What the fuck? Everything's really colourful, man. I shouldn't have done this in the dark. It's not that cave. God, it's all the way down here. What the hell? Retrieve the paw from Ghost of She. Okay. Time to go on a crazy drug quest, because why not? Could do with it being a bit brighter. That's with my torch turned on. Guess I've actually got to leave the camp. Hey man.
I've seen many strange plants in the valley. Plants that seem to hunger for human flesh.
Oh God, I can't see
Where they
anything.
come from, I do not know.
By the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down. Yea, we wept, when we remembered Zion.
Not now, Joshua.
Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it even to the foundation. O daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. Do you know what it means?
I'm really stoned at the moment, Joshua, so no. You don't want to leave Zion, you'd rather kill every last one of the white legs.
Given those two choices, yes. In the best of all possible worlds, they would just leave us in peace. But they won't. I don't enjoy killing, but when done righteously, it's just a chore, like any other. Practiced hands make for short work, and the good Lord knows there's much to be done here.
This conversation just got pretty dark. What was that about happy dashing the little ones?
Happy are those who do the work of the Lord. Zion belongs to God and the people of God. It is a natural temple and monument to his glory. When our Lord entered the temple and found it polluted by money changers and beasts, did he ask them to leave? Did he cry? Did he simply walk away? No. He drove them out. It is one thing to forgive a slap across my cheek, but an insult to the Lord requires... No,
Depends which cheek.
it demands correction.
I don't know if you've figured this out yet, but I don't believe what you believe.
Then as a Gentile, you should find this to be even more beneficial. If the sorrows stay in Zion, you will always have a link to New Canaan. If the sorrows leave Zion, so too do the New Canaanites. What's more, you'll have more whitelegs coming farther south. You may not be concerned over matters of faith, but this is a case where faith and practicality coincide. No one wants the whitelegs here. We just need to convince Daniel that it's our responsibility to ensure that doesn't happen.
Right, you go and have your conversation. I've got a she-beast to find, apparently. Although, I can't see a thing. I'm going to have to wait. T's still going strong. So I need to go this way. And then
I'm
around.
always a little sad to leave the Narrows. And
We'll be
happy
back
to
very
return.
soon, don't worry. So, herein lies the predicament. I don't care for the faith connotations in the quests. However, I do agree with Joshua in terms of keeping the white
You
legs
leave me no choice.
under control
Messy business.
is
I am
pretty
glad
important.
it's
I don't want them flooding Nevada or the Mojave, because that's essentially going to be my new territory.
Here they are.
My plan is to make myself the leader of Vegas. And I can't very well do that with lots of new enemies flooding the area, so it may be that we have to wipe them out. All of them. Guess we're going up here. Oh, actually, we're heading up there and then round. How do we get up there? Probably through here.
Says that most people outside the valley do not keep to the Father's ways. Perhaps when you leave, you will carry his word with you.
Absolutely not. So here's the spore carriers. Okay. Feeling tough. I like to keep this handy for close encounters. You can stop that immediately.
Messy business. I am glad it's over.
It's not yet.
Found
There's
them.
still one left. Oh, and geckos as well. What the hell? Where are they all coming from? Oh god. They actually die. You stimpaks, 100 of 100. Okay. Please die. Thank you. Guess that means my armor's gone. Oh no. Nearly. Right. Let's get some healing done. Potato crisps, maize. Eat thresh apple. Am I poisoned as well?
This is not the most pleasant place I've woken up.
Ghost den. Here we are. Eat the other apple. Eat banana yuck fruit. Drink the bitter drink. Yeah, I'll go cub.
Daniel says that most... I'll fight you.
Moving up. Is that a Yaogwai stuck behind there? Oh, you trapped in the rock.
This one is mine.
Something just attacked me then. Let's take another bitter drink.
So, this is the ghost of She's lair. I was never brave enough to try to find it. I'll fight you if I must.
Ghost of She.
I'll fight you if I must.
What the hell? Whoa!
This wound is free.
I get a... Okay, maybe not.
My wounds are getting worse.
Did we do it? Yay! The Ghost of She's Paw. Right, we only actually need to kill one more Yaogwai, and then we've got the achievement done. Let's head back to White Bird.
Does Ghost of She like quiet and grave?
Yep, full of bullets.
Then visions of truth are at an end. Will you learn from truth? Maybe yes, maybe no. Only for you to decide. Here, take. Gift to remind you of visions. Use well, or sell to curious trader. Either way, says much about you.
Cool. Don't know what I was supposed to learn from that. What did you give me? Did I get one of those bear claw things? She's embrace, apparently. Yeah. I've got one now. Right, let's go. What's the mission? River monsters. Right, let's do river monsters first. Have we got anywhere nearby we can fast travel to? Yes. Let's go to the East Fork Bridge. Equip the old sniper rifle.
Here they are.
Oh. Well, we're about to finish that part of the mission. That'll be 10. Well, technically that's 11. You alright?
Let's move on. I don't like to linger in this place. Yaogwai. Even our strongest hunters could not hope to kill so many. There must be a nest nearby.
Big deal, I've killed worse. We'd better get to work then.
I stand with you.
Stand with me. I'd prefer you fought with me, but do what you need to. Oh, it's a Yaogwai cave. Is it? Yeah. Yeah. Shotgun's probably the best way to do this.
I have seen many strange plants in the valley. Plants that seem to hunger for human flesh. Where they come from, I do not know.
Well. Are there Yaogwai down here? Or is this just a random cave? Explosives marker. Oh. Might want to stand back. Be outside the cave. Okay. Let's go outside the cave and blow it up. That should stop any bears that are in here. Oh, well, there are 3 explosives to place in here then. What's the what does the map say?
White leg attacks grow more frequent each day. I fear for our people, and for our valley if something is not done.
Ah. Okay, now let's go. Key points within the cave. Ah, okay. Haven't had to fight any Jaguar yet, so that's a good thing. Saves me some ammo. Going the wrong way. Yep, that's the way out. Right, let's get that detonator ready.
You leave me no choice. You can know Ninkumpami. Heal! Messy
Do you mind?
business. I'm glad it's over.
Oh, we did that one. Treacherous road. Ooh, level up as well. Flying through the levels. What can we get up to 100? Energy weapons. Well, we can't quite get it to 100. Get it to 90 though. Get medicine to 70.
Daniel says that most people
Take that.
outside the valley do not keep to the Father's ways. Perhaps when you leave, you will carry his word with you.
The answer was no the first time, and it has not
I'll
changed.
fight you if I must. I'll fight you if I must.
Pop, pop. More. Come at me now. You okay over there? Take another shish kebab.
Nothing after all.
Datura hide. I see, I see. Let's repair those shish kebabs together. I'll keep me cattle prod, thanks very much. Ooh, I wonder if I can repair... Interesting. I thought the anti-material rifle would have been the closest comparison to repair it with.
You leave me no choice.
Oop. We've pissed him off.
I'm not... We pass like moonlight on still water.
Of course we do. Missed something over there. I think we did. I think we did. Ooh. Pop. Pop.
Yield!
Don't need to use piercing ammunition for that.
Father, I ask that you guide this man who is the vessel of your will. Show him the light of your...
Steady. And the advance scouts.
wisdom and the peace of your love. Amen.
That's pretty.
I'll fight you if I must.
Yeah, you go and deal with that.
This wound is grievous. I need help.
For God's sake,
My
woman.
wounds are getting worse.
Well, that didn't go well. Never mind. Oh, it's a Cazador. Correction, used to be a Cazador.
Stay cautious.
Who's firing that gun? Don't see anyone. Let's cross the bridge and...
Oh, Father, guide and protect us, your humble children, as we labor in the vineyards, and make us strong to resist those who would steal Zion from us.
really would appreciate it if you'd stop babbling random crap. Is that a white leg? Nope. Yep. Seriously. God. That little snippet of audio there that sounds like a mosquito or something. It's had me a couple of times thinking there was a mosquito flying around my head. I think we can come up on him this way. Virgin River. Haven't we been here before? Oh no, we went to Virgin River East, didn't we? Where Joshua's camp is. Although he seems to be hanging out with the Sorrows now for some reason, despite telling me he couldn't possibly go himself. Arsehole. Hello. They're big. Oh, they're big horners. We're not allowed to kill any big horners though. Apparently. So says follows chalk, and I follow what follow chalk says. I follow what follows chalk says. Ooh, these will be our scouts. Oh. Game's crashed. Right, that's that done. That was the... what was that, the 4th crash of the game? We don't need to take all the totems, do we? No, we just head back. Morning Glory Cave. Why are we going there? Oh, we've got to find a map of the Grand Staircase region. Okay. I don't mind doing that. I don't know where my companion's gone. She's either died, not that companions can actually die, I don't think, in this, but... well, I don't know about the DLC companions. Maybe they can die. She'll be on the map, I imagine. No, she isn't. That's interesting. I wonder if we get back and they'll be like, yep, you didn't protect her. She got kicked. Oh no, she's just says she's unconscious there. That's fine. Fucking Cazador. What? Hello? Okay. For some reason being stood behind that tree. Giant Cazador. Never encountered one of them before.
Here they are.
Well, it's dead now. You back with me? Oh. Are you about to become unconscious again? It's all kicking off in Zion. Fun place to be. Spore plants.
Found them.
You have. Question is, what are you going to do about them? Good for you. Go and hit them. Whoa. That was a rigged shotgun. There's another one.
Where are they?
Ooh. Ah, right. Do you remember before when I said I know why those things are there, but I'm not going to spoil it? This is the reason. Zion National Park Network, year 2108, August 22nd. 10 sets of tracks, half a mile northeast of Canyon, entrance barefoot. August 23rd, saw them through the scope. Corpses walking around, finally gone crazy, dementia maybe. August 24th, I'm not crazy, they're real. God damn it, they're real. Rushed me the moment they saw me, snarling like animals. They look like corpses but don't smell rotted. I'll be putting them out of their misery, doing for them what I never could for myself. The last of them, all gone. Happy birthday to me, happy birthday to me, happy birthday, useless old dinosaur, happy birthday to me. Happy 60th. What do you get a man who has everything? A bottle of whiskey and a 12-gauge slug through the roof of the mouth. Woo! Come now, what do I have to do to prove myself that I've lived long enough? I'm a shriveled old man, white beard, seen enough sunrises and sunsets. Saw the big sunset, been hanging on through the long night, 36 years now. Ridiculous. Not kidding myself into thinking there's anything on the other side of this. Fine. Things weren't so bad before I was born. Shah and Alex, Sylvie and Michael, who could have been. Thoughts of the beloved dead dying before dying. Thoughts of the beloved dead before dying. Goodbye, Zion. February 6th. Fucking didn't do it. Coward as usual. Maybe 2 bottles next year. 24 of them, half boys, half girls. Youngest is 8 maybe, oldest 13, 14. Dirty and scrawny. Been on foot a long time. Children's crusade. Struck camp on nearly the same spot as Los Mexicanos 30 years and a lifetime ago. I've spent 2 nights listening to them. English, literate. One of them reads stories while the little ones fall asleep. They escaped someplace they call the school, but can't figure out where it was. When they want a little one to behave, they tell him to stop or the principal will get you. Principal better not show up or I'll blow his goddamn head off. I can still shoot straight. So, this is one of 2 terminals that I think's in this cave. Lots of ammo. Hey, there's the map that we need. Stealth boy I'll certainly take. Right. Oh, there's 6 of the survivalists things and another level up. Although we can't do it because there's an enemy nearby apparently. I'm sure that said discover all 6 of the survivalists things. There we go. Let's get medicine up to 75. Barter up to 75. Sneak up to 45. And put the rest in energy weapons. Time for a perk. Down. Ooh, that would be useful for having a group of enemies together and then killing one with an energy weapon. Having them damage the rest. That's going to be quite good. Hit the deck. Ignore a portion of their damage. Your damage threshold is increased by 25 against explosives. Interesting. 5% bonus to damage against humans and non-feral ghouls. Oh, that's the one I wanted to take a while ago, wasn't it? Yeah. So is that more damage? Yeah, 25% more damage with 9mm and 45 auto pistols and SMGs, service rifles, assault and marksman carbines, light machine guns, frag grenades, grenade rifles, launchers, and combat knives. Done. Do more damage with this bad boy. Right, so there are actually more of those terminals than I thought.
I have seen many strange plants in the valley. Plants that seem to hunger for human flesh. Where they come from, I do not know.
Don't think I can get out that way, can I? Nope. I'll have a little look around this cave.
Messy business. I am glad it's over.
You didn't have to lift a finger. Get sick of your crap. Bum, 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 bum. Right, let's head back to Sorrows. Give Daniel the fantastic news.
I'm glad to see you're still with us. How can I help you?
I checked on everything in the valley and got you a map of the Grand Staircase.
I appreciate it. Well, that's it. This is all we need. Now all that's left is to quietly pack up and try to get out of here without being noticed. That's assuming that Joshua won't try to stop me. And that he hasn't talked you into fighting the Whitelegs despite what I've said. Don't worry, I don't hold it against you. You're an outsider. Fighting seems like the practical solution. I'll tell you again. There's more at stake.
Whether you decide whether the Sorrows should fight or flee, your decision will set their destiny irrevocably in motion. You will be unable to finish any remaining quests in Zion once you make your decision, so choose wisely. Does that mean we won't be able to come back to Zion? Okay, I need to think about this.
Even our Lord had doubts. Think it over, but listen to your heart. And do it quickly. We don't have much time.
I don't want to do that and not be able to sort of go to any of the other locations. Let me check out Zion a bit more before we start closing it off and packing up and going home. Right. So here's another one of the caves that's indicated with handprints, which means it's taboo. They're not supposed to go in here. However, I think that means these are the ones with the clues in. Yep, they are, because these are the ones with the traps in as well.
When Salt Upon Wounds took New Canaan, he ordered the Whitelegs to salt the earth so
Okay.
nothing could grow again. What kind of monster could do that?
I don't know. I'm just here to find diaries. Blech. Okay, gonna be some traps here. There's one. Nope. Plasma mine. It's inventive. Any more? Right, should be another terminal. There we are. Year 2083, so this is further back. Comeback goes on. Add prickly pear to list of survivors with honey mesquite and banana yucca. Odd nodules, mutations, but safe to eat. Harvesting also careful, never take more than a fifth. Mouth waters every time I'm about to eat something that isn't from a can. May 7th. Clouds of those stinging flies near the fallen tree I call the napper. Little flashes in the cloud, something dragonfly size that zaps them mid-air then scoops them up. Something new. Bighorn sheep. Family, ram, ewe and a little one. Fucking goddamn it. May 20th. The sheep were different. Brawny. Ewe had curved horns just like the ram. Seen some tiny lizards, but this is first time seeing animals that big. Fingers crossed. 5 to 10 years breeding. Fresh meat, hides, horns. I know it's time to go back, Char, when winter has passed. Just got back. Tired. Good scrounging along the way. Ended up dragging back a cart of stuff. Right tomorrow. Sleep. Departed April 10th. Walk back to SLC. Took 15 days. Would have been 7 to 9 back in the old days. But had to circle pockets of radiation and foraged along the way. Don't know what I was thinking. Imagined I'd find my house, dig through rubble, find something. Your bones, I hoped. And little nuts. Would have buried them. Here in Zion, maybe. SLC is mostly craters. Warped steel girders. Where high-rises sat. Mounds of bricks. SLC. Oh, Salt Lake City. Never found our house. Didn't even find streets. What wasn't a crater was scorched clean. Want to believe it was fast. A flash. Both of you vaporised. Lies to make me feel better. I'll never know. Which part of city got hit first? Northeast, and you both died in a blink. Farther away, and you burned alive screaming, or the blast broken glass. And bits of brick and wood splinters shredding you like hamburger. Oh god. Look at it, coward, and listen. Don't turn away, face it. If you'd been brave, lucky man, you would have found a spot and blown your brains out. But not you. You took your time walking back, made a shopping trip of it, scrounger. The truck was still there, on the 77 north of Spanish Fork. The Chryslers too, but no sign of the old couple's bones. Outside, Nephi and I caught a trail. 3 men. Is that the same? No, it can't be. Driver Nephi or Nephi, however you pronounced it. Caught a trail. 3 men, tracks heading north towards Fountain Creek. Green, sorry. Thought about following but didn't. Stupid fantasy of friends, more likely cannibals. Took 2 days to build door and electrify it. No soliciting arseholes, home sweet fucking home. Count 28 of them, 11 adult. 11 adult males, 8 females, 9 children aged 2 to 10, some rifles and pistols in bad repair, old world clothes, ratty. Got close enough last night to hear them talk. Spanish, I think, from Mexico. Heard them say paradiso a bunch. Think that means paradise. Here to stay then. Seem harmless. Seem. The one I call Maria is pregnant. I think the father is Jose, but she spends a lot of time with Pablo too. October 7th. Pedro ran out to pee in the stream and would have seen me if he'd looked to his left. Too close, need to give them space. Jose broke his leg chasing a big horn. Too far from camp for them to hear. Told myself to leave it, but couldn't. 300 yards from their camp, did my best Jose screaming imitation. Did my best Jose screaming imitation until a bunch of them came looking. Then strung them along to the crest where they could hear the real Jose. Probably useless, compound fracture, broke the skin. Oof. Infection. So many goddamn words, nearly the same. Think I'd be fluent. Anyway, Jose's leg has got it, so he's going to die. Nature for you. Of course they're giving prayer a try. Left bottle of antibiotics on rock outside the camp last night. They thanked God. Dios, of course. As though that asshole saw fit to burn the world, but still cared enough to leave some medicine on a rock. November 15th. Jose will always limp, but otherwise he'll be okay. Good deed for the month. Will they make it through the winter? So... more of this strange old traveller's diaries. Let's go and see if we can find some more. Here's another cave with some handprints. Guess this could be another one of our... Ooh. Another one of our diary caves. Yep.
We pass like moonlight on still water.
I would say that's a good sign. Crikey. I see the mines. Don't think I don't. There's the one inside it as well. Okay, can't move the pot. This way? Yes, I would say so. Ooh, that's giving off a weird light. This looks like a water purification system. Large destroyed book. This might not actually be a cave with a diary in it. This might just be...
Zion used to be a place of peace, you know. Daniel says that it is holy in the eyes of the Father.
Yes.
I hope someday you will see it as it was.
So you have told me. Let's go and have a look the other way. Ah, yes, this way we haven't been before. Let's not go charging across the floor because it's probably booby-trapped. There's one of our terminals. Year 2096. Fuckers killed all the men. I think they would have taken the women alive, but Maria and Selena opened fire, and some of the others went for their guns, so they shot them down and some of the kids with them. If I could have warned them. Elena and Carmen and 5 children still alive being kept in a pen. There are more than 100 of these arseholes in blue suits. Every suit says 22 on the back. Why? Armed to the teeth with submachine guns, pistols. Estimate 60% male. Everyone seems to follow the dark-haired guy, but can't seem to get close to tell. Assholes are disciplined. Patrols, sentries, they mean business. Say I go in at night and get the women and children out. Where to next? I have to get them out. Have to. Recon during the night. Well-organised sentries along most approaches, but stream not covered. Are they sick? Lots of coughing fits. Tuberculosis. Women and children still in pen. We'll try to infiltrate by stream tomorrow night. They ate them. Ambush along Riverside Trail. 6 males killed. Heard their coughing a mile away. Used their grenades to booby-trap bodies. Kept half. Secured 6 SMGs, 500 rounds, 10mm, 6 frags. Ambush along Riverside Trail. 2 males died checking bodies. Killed 2 more with rifle. Shot one through the calf and let the asshole crawl off to spread message. Coughed like I'd shot him through lungs. Ambush half mile east of Coal Pits Wash. 8 males killed. Ambush in the Narrows. 6 males killed. Took a 10mm through the thigh. Steel jacket. Missed femoral. Lucky. Used tourniquet to make sure no blood spattered on rocks back to cave. Have set traps all along entrance. Passage. But if they find me, it'll be a matter of time. Still, 24 confirmed kills in 10 days equals at least 1/3 of their combat force. Not bad for an old man. Lucky, 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 lucky. Patrol was small, 3 men. Screaming woke me. Point man caught under deadfall. Panic fire ricocheted into the cave. Almost hit me. Crawled forward and killed them all with SMGs. Nearly used frags. Stupid. Finger in pin when remembered ricochets. Leaving at once. No other patrols in area. They'll be searching Narrows for these 3. Taking as much food as I can. Drag with me and heading to cave south. Okay, that seems like a good place to have a look for the next entry, shall we? Aha! Beginning to get incredibly invested in this guy's tale. Don't know who he is. But we will find out. It's clear he doesn't want to be bothered. Keep an eye out for enemies as well. I'm checking the ground for traps, but it is entirely possible we've got some hostiles in this cave as well.
White leg attacks grow more frequent each day. I
Thought you were about to tell me there was one there.
For our valley if something is not done.
You know, sometimes it's better to say nothing at all. Ooh. Apologies. I think that's the way out. Yes, it is. Didn't even see that one. Sorry. See that though. Whoop. Down here? Yes, I think so. Oh, there's a teddy bear. Oh, it's got a mine behind it. That's cute, but deadly. What year? 2077, the year the bombs dropped. October 28th as well. 5 days on foot, still can't sleep. Outside it's like nothing happened. The sky looks wrong, that's all. Hike back to overturned Nat Guard truck near Torkerville. After blisters heal, maybe. Looks like USGS team was researching something here in cave. Cleared out when bombs fell. Left equipment behind. Probably thought they had families to run back to. October 29th. Char must have said this out loud 1,000 times walking here. Maybe writing it will feel more like you heard. You were right. I was north of Spanish Fork. Took the 77 along Provo Bay to steer clear of town. Would have been home in an hour. Engine died. Truck just stopped. So did Chrysler's in the other lane. Knew right away. First nuke hit SLC inside a minute. I was looking south. Lucky man. Flash behind me so bright. World looked on fire. Old couple from the Chrysler starts screaming they can't see. Didn't watch you die, Char. Saved my eyes. Counted 12 more flashes next 7 minutes. Ground shook each time. 18 seconds later. And nothing hit for half hour. Took a look. Globe of fire where you and Alex died. Didn't kid myself. Didn't know what to do. Grabbed my pack and rifle. Saw to the old couple. Sat them up against car. Let them hold and comfort each other. Told them I was going to get help. Everything would be okay. One bullet through both heads. Instant. 5 days hike back to Zion. You told me. Stop running off to the wild. Man belongs with his family. You were right. You were right. You were right. You were right. Wasn't there to hold you, my boy. Died without me. Never touch you or him again. Should shoot myself. What I deserve? Can't. Maybe soon. Black rain falling outside, Gaga jumping, should let it kill me, but bottling water from back of cave all the same. Sounds dead outside, but can't look. Gaga goes lethal 15 feet from cave mouth. Do the math. Radiation goes down before water runs out, or I never leave this cave. Happy New Year. 2 months in cave, still lethal outside. Don't get it. In army they said 2 to 4 weeks cleared fallout. Less than a month's water left, been mopping condensation off cave walls, wringing shirt into bottles, trading calories for H2O. Food stocks holding, thanks USGS. If there was even a chance I'd see the two of you again, I'd run outside. Sounded like a windstorm out there for 2 days. Radiation down 500. What happened? Took a peek. Snow. It glows green. Ooh. Radiation low enough I could risk short exposure outside. More important, cave stream now drinkable if I use rad drugs. January 30th. There is nothing alive out there. Is that it? So that was just after the bombs fell, and the year following, or it's the beginning of the year following. Time to go find... I think there was 5 terminals. I caught a brief glimpse of the notification. I could be wrong. So let's see if I'm right. Aha, here we go. Yeah, that's weird. That texture's not actually on the rock. Cueva Gorache. Could
pass like moonlight on still water.
I wish you'd stop doing that every time we go into a cave. It makes me think there's something going to happen. Other than me stepping on a mine and blowing us both up. Oh. There are actually spore carriers in here. It's interesting.
Here they are. Let's move on. I don't like to linger in this place.
Nope.
Oh,
Me
Father,
and you
guide
both.
and protect us, your humble children, as we labor in the vineyards, and make us strong to resist those who would steal Zion from us.
Isn't it pronounced vineyards? Not to be, you know, anal about it. Oh, God. You are one ugly son of a bitch. Shoot you in your head.
Let's move on. I don't like to linger in this place.
I've just got a notification that Microsoft Flight Simulator's on sale on Steam. I've wanted that game for ages. I'm a bit obsessed with flight simulators.
Here they are.
Harkens back to when I was a wee nipper. Playing one of the older Microsoft Flight Simulators on my dad's old IBM. God, that was basic.
Let's move on. I don't like to linger in this place.
Could it be this way? Don't see any traps yet. It's spore plants. I'm still wearing my rebreather. Get away!
No choice. I have this under control.
Ooh. Took a big old hit there. Stim packs, I think.
I'll fight you if I must.
Back, you fox!
You leave me no choice.
Ow!
White leg attacks grow more frequent each day. I fear for our people and for our valley if something is not done.
This looks promising. It's not even locked. It's plasma mine. That's a very narrow gap. Okay. That was almost too easy. Oh, survivalist bounty. We've actually got to pick up its packs. Okay. Guess we'll go back to the caves that we've been to then. 2097. Offers are gone. Finally, all 34 that still lived. Why did I? Oh yeah, the coffers are all gone. Finally, all 34 that still lived ate their dead for strength and struck out southeast. Victory. 10 months of killing. All I feel is cold. They deserved every goddamn bit of it. I thought I was dreaming, but the screams were real. For a moment, thought they'd tricked me. Just pretended to leave Zion. Then sent a patrol to track me down, but the screams were a woman's. Edged around the corner in a passageway to... Have I read this one? I feel like I've read this one. She screamed when she saw me. Been their boogeyman a long time. Named Sylvie. Claims she ran away from them. Calls them evil people, children of the devil. Turns out they were sick after all. Something they caught in a vault they lived in. She never came down with it yet. So help me. I've wound up being her nurse. Her story matches what I learned from my interrogations last year, but according to her, let's just say it was bad to be a woman in that group. So when they left, she slipped away. She knows next to nothing about living outside a vault. Says she wants to learn. Never been so scared in my life. Canada wasn't scary, just sickening. The criminality of it. The end of the world wasn't scary. When I knew you and Alex were dead, I didn't have anything left to be scared about. It just went on for some reason. I wasn't scared fighting the Vaulters. It was like I kept daring them to finish me. When I killed them, I think it was the closest I came to feeling happy in years. Sylvia's pregnant and I'm terrified. Ridiculous old man, father again at 47, in this world. She's so excited and so trusting, says it's God's will that we have this child. Like nothing can go wrong. You see, Char, she doesn't know about you and Alex. Never told her. Almost did sometimes. But what you and I had, it seemed wrong to share it. More like an old man not wanting his young wife to know how he failed the one who came before her. Hiking into Torqueville for medical books and supplies. This will be done right. I'm sorry, Char. I hope you can forgive me. Right, my voice is getting tired, so I'm not going to read this. I'm just going to put it on screen. If you want to read it, you can pause the video. I just read that one. Oh. Alright, well I've got all of the entries. Did he die? Ooh, I'm actually getting close to carry capacity as well. Let's see what we can combine. Oh, I've got plenty we can combine. The only thing about this now is I've got to be super careful that I don't combine something I actually want to keep. That'll do for now. So, he said he wanted to blow his brains out in the back of this cave. Does that mean he did it? Right. I have to confess, I couldn't leave this guy's story alone, so I had to look him up. I did so to find out a little bit more about the lore, and I ended up finding that he's actually at this location, the Red Gate.
Let's move on.
I tried not to read too much, but I did see a bit about the person he was, but I won't spoil what I accidentally read too much until I actually find what I'm looking for. I don't know where it is, but I know it's here somewhere. The Red Gate.
Oh, Father, guide and protect us, your humble children, as we labor in the vineyards. And make us...
There it is. Survivalist's rifle and his last entry, the year 2124. This is premium Fallout lore for you here. Here we go. January 2nd, I've been leaving notes for them and gifts. They like the books. Started with stories but moved on to weapons, manuals, medical books, practical stuff. In the notes, well, it's embarrassing, almost like these cards people used to give each other. Everything's sweet and loving. I tell them to read and to learn and to make the most of their new home. Tell them that giving Zion as a gift to make up for all the sorrows of their lives so far and all the sorrows man has visited on man. I tell them to be kind to each other and modest. I tell them never to hurt each other, but if someone else comes along and tries to hurt them, to strike back with righteous anger. Stuff like that. I sign every note the Father. Because, well, just because. Have I mentioned that I'm dying? Mind's still sharp, lungs are the problem. Might be cancer. Cough's been getting worse for months. Finally there's blood in it. Getting harder to visit my little friends, breath so short. Giving away most of what I own, they'll find the rest in the caves when they get a little older. I don't want them to find me though. The father is a broke down old man. Disappointment. It's time. I don't want another birthday. It's cold enough that I won't last long on the high mound up next to Redgate. I think I've got enough breath in me to make it. I'll just lie down and stare at the sky. Feels right. I hope they'll do well. What was that? My voice just did something weird then. I hope they'll do well. I hope no harm comes to them, from within or without. Did my best to prepare them with the last few notes. Said something kind about each one of them. What makes each one special. Told them the father was so pleased by their kind natures that it'd be up to them to handle things on their own from now on. I'd be silent but still watching and still caring. Lying. Lying then, oh yes. Lied to you, Char, and Alex, and Sylvie. Told you I'd be with you forever. But I wouldn't go back and unsay it once if I could. What was the point of it all? So many failures. But I never forgot your face, all little nuts, or, sorry, Sylvie's. They used to say that happened after a while, but it never did for me. Maybe the only point of all this was... Maybe the only point of all this living was to keep those pictures in my head going for as long as I could. It was the only life I could give you. Not a day went by without. It wasn't choice. I chose to die again and again. Just never did. Body had its own drive. Well, the little ones will need it. species will need it if it's to continue that blind drive onward. I wish them well. It's been a gift to me, at the end of it all, to behold innocence. Goodbye, Zion. Randall Dean Clark, February 5th, 2053 to January 2024. 2124. God damn. Randall, you got me properly hooked on the idea of your life there, my friend. And that's where he ended up. I'll leave the rest. Actually, tell you what, we'll take your whiskey. And here's to you, Randall. Anyway, now that that's done, I can actually finish some of the quests. We never did the big horners, so we'll go do that next.
I know you are eager to leave Zion, but perhaps you might find peace if you stayed. Think about it.
Would you stop asking me that question, please? Trying to find some cows. Sheep. Ah, here we go. You have found the lost mountain bighorner calf. It looks hungry. Feed it banana yucca. Yes. There you go. Come on. Right, which one's its mum? It's not that one. Oh, you need to come here. Come with me, little calf. No, don't growl and shit at me. I've got... Oi. I've got to feed you another fruit. Good thing I've got loads of them. Come on.
I have seen many strange plants in the valley. Plants that seem to hunger for human flesh. Where they come from, I do not know.
Me either. Actually, I do. I know exactly where they come from. Vault 22. And that hacking and coughing that the Vault Dwellers were doing in the journal were the spores in their lungs. There you go. Keep it. Don't want to keep it for. There you go. We have completed the circle of life. Or some such. Right, I'm going to try not to fast travel too much because that seems to be what's crashing the game as far as I can tell. That means I have to find a way down off this mountain without dying. Woo! I can't remember the way down. How did I get up here? I know I came... I definitely didn't come from over that way. Let's try going back this way.
I know you are eager to leave Zion, But perhaps you might find peace if you stayed. Think about it. Yes?
Your argument gets less and less convincing the more I hear it. Alley-oop. Don't like it when people run at me like that. Right, don't need you. Hello, hello.
Good job getting those supplies to Daniel. If you were a dead horse, you'd get a tattoo for that.
Nice. I returned the calf to its mother and didn't even kill any of the bighorners.
Whew! Glad to hear it. That'll be some happy mama, huh? Thank you. Really, it means a lot to me.
You're welcome.
Go with fortune, friend.
Alright. To the star notes. Right, so it looks as though we've just got the mission to do. We're over encumbered. Knew that'd happen. What can I get rid of? Get rid of that. That's a good start. Anything else? I can repair that with that. And that'll probably be better than what I'm wearing. Yep. Look at that. Don't we look amazing? Right, let's go and find... What's his face? Oh yeah, we need to talk to him about follows chalk. Getting out and seeing the world. Can't leave him here with this burning desire to be part of civilization. Gnawing at him the entire time. Am I going the wrong way again? No, I think I can get to it this way.
Daniel says that most people outside the valley do not keep to the Father's ways. Perhaps when you leave, you will carry his word with you.
We know who the father is, though, now. It was an old, grizzled traveller who died probably about 100 years ago. Right. Time to set matters straight in the Zion Valley. We'll speak to Graham first. If we can find him. There he is, reading a book.
Welcome back. What can I do for you?
We haven't actually spoken to him properly, have we? Caesar is dead. I saw to it personally. I thought you should know.
I have to admit, it's hard to believe that even after all he did to me, all he tried to do to find and erase me from this world, he went first.
Calm as a bitch.
No doubt this will be good for the Mojave. I can only hope Arizona and the tribes don't suffer as the Legion falls apart around them.
They won't. I'll make sure the Legion has very little to go home with.
Good. You're doing God's work, whether you believe it or not.
What did you say about a courier? Who are you expecting?
Caesar would never admit this openly, but he knows that I'm alive. I've killed enough of his Frumentarii and assassins that have come looking.
Same.
I've heard one of them travels the Mojave as a courier. Most of Caesar's agents meet a fitting end in NCR territory. But maybe this one survived.
Ooh. What do you know of Salt Upon Wounds?
He's a butcher. Believe me, I know the godless fire that burns in his heart. I've been burned by it myself. He's not the kind to let his subordinates do all the killing. No, he likes to have a hand in it, that spear of his. He's fashioned himself an abomination before the eyes of the Lord. I'm happy to serve as an instrument of divine justice.
So... Follows Chalk seems like he's interested in seeing more of the world.
I thought he might. It's been some time since I've visited civilized places. I don't have fond memories of them. But I have always seen these places
Getting
from
set
the
on fire
outside.
does that to you, I suppose.
I'd rather not influence him more than I already do. Why don't you talk to him?
Okay. You know that means I'm going to encourage him to leave, right?
Follows Chalk needs more guidance in his life. Just not from me.
Pray God, what are you talking about?
I am a new Canaanite. We believe we are the heirs of a spiritual tradition given to our ancestors thousands of years ago. We have made and kept covenants with our Lord God to honor his laws. In exchange, we are promised eternal salvation after this life. A day will come when our Lord returns to judge us all. Until then, we must honor his laws and start others along the path of salvation if we can. That's why we trade with others and work the tribes. We have more than food and medicine to offer. Good news is our most valuable commodity.
You say so?
Whether there is a God or not, his existence doesn't depend on what you believe or what I say. There is much to be skeptical of in this world, so it no longer surprises me to learn how many people don't really believe in anything. But I believe that our Lord was made flesh as Jesus Christ and died to redeem me, and you, and the Sorrows, even the Whitelegs, everyone.
Do you run the show around here?
I wouldn't say that. I am the acting war chief for the Dead Horses. They look up to me for such matters, but I only have the authority they give me. Daniel is the spiritual leader and main link of the new Canaanites to the Sorrows. He's up in the Narrows right now.
I'm aware. So are you. That's where we are now. Can I ask you some personal
It's not
questions?
something I enjoy, but I pray to God that someone may learn from my mistakes. What would you like to know?
Are you in much pain? Is there anything I can do to help?
You are kind to offer, but no, there's nothing you can do. We don't use chems, but I learned long ago that I'm immune to their effects. It never stops burning. My skin. Every day I have to unwind the bandages and replace them with fresh ones.
Oof.
Exposing my body to the air is like living through it again. But it's better to be clean than comfortable. It's not...
Were you always with the New Canaanites?
I was born in Ogden, what people came to call New Canaan. Things were more peaceful when I was growing up. When I was a young man, I went out into the world to do missionary work, as all New Canaanites do. I traveled along the Long 15 and followed 89 south into Arizona. Along the way, I met two men from a group called the Followers of the Apocalypse. Edward Sallow and Bill Calhoun. They came to teach the tribes. Calhoun was a good man. Edward was the one who got us into trouble down the road.
Was one of those men Caesar?
No, not then. Back then he was just Edward.
Ah.
Young, but we all were. We thought we could hike into the Grand Canyon and talk to Blackfoots. We did. And the Blackfoots were friendly enough at first. But eventually... I've thought back to that day so many times. I must have mistranslated. Something must have been mixed up, because the Blackfoots decided we weren't going to leave. The rest is history, assuming Edward hasn't changed it.
How did you end up as Caesar's legate?
This way lies the path to hell. Caesar needed me to translate. Translation became giving orders. Giving orders became leading in battle. Leading in battle became training, punishing, terrorizing. A series of small mistakes before a great fall. And I stayed in that darkness until after Hoover Dam. After I failed Caesar and he had me burned alive, thrown into the Grand Canyon.
How did you survive?
I survived because the fire inside burned brighter than the fire around me. I fell down into that dark chasm. The flame burned on and on. The next morning, I woke up and crawled out of the northern edge of the Grand Canyon, that cursed place. It took me 3 months to reach New Canaan. It was as though the prodigal son had returned. They welcomed me like I had never left. Never done anything to shame them. The fire that had kept me alive was love. Their love. God's love. I will never be able to repay the debt I owe to them. But I must try.
What do you know about the war between Caesar and the NCR?
I try not to involve myself with matters of the Mojave anymore. All I know is from before the Battle of Hoover Dam.
I'm guessing you don't like Caesar very much.
Love the sinner, hate the sin. With Caesar, it's often very difficult to see through all of that sin to the person inside.
It's even more difficult now he's dead.
I can say that we were both lucky that NCR supply lines and land routes north of Mojave Outpost were destroyed before the Battle of Hoover Dam. Something bad happened near Death Valley, at a place called the Divide. NCR couldn't cut across anymore, and it slowed down the reinforcements. Terrible storms ripped entire companies apart before they even got to Nevada soil. The aftermath of Hoover Dam could have been even worse for Caesar.
What's at the Divide?
I don't know for certain, and I don't think NCR knows either. Whatever happened at the Divide was too much for them to handle. Our Frumentari told us what they saw. Only fools and madmen would march into a place like that. All roads wind down to the same spot, the grave. They said all that's left there is a gaping wound cut into the earth, cursed and damned. No place for God-fearing folk.
Interesting. Sounds like the kind of place I'd actually want to go.
We do. Though the Whitelegs destroyed New Canaan, they didn't destroy all of our supply caches. All forms of currency are recognized here.
Thanks. I'll take some stuff. Have I got a submachine? Yes, I do. Take a drum. One of them. That'll do. And I'll sell that. Oh god, that's much more than I should have sold to you. Tell you what, give me some extra stuff. Take some rounds. Take that 12 gauge as well. And the slugs. Repair. Yes, I need that repairing. And you can repair that as well. Right, that'll do. Let's go and speak to... Go all the way back. Do I risk fast travelling? Let's save it before I do. Oh, it worked.
Whoa! Here we go!
What?
Never stood a chance, did they?
The fuck was that? You madman.
What can I tell you?
I talked to Joshua about your thoughts on civilization.
Yeah? What did he say?
He said he has a hard time being objective about the whole idea and that I should give you advice. That is actually what he said.
He said that? Well, I guess you have been out there more recently than he has. So, what's your advice?
Civilization isn't perfect, but neither is tribal life. You should go see it for yourself.
Really? You think so? Whew! I'm going to do it. After all this is over, I'm going to go explore civilization. Dankney, Akis, I never would have had the Growans to ask him myself.
Great. Well, enjoy yourself. Try not to get killed. I'm going to be really ballsy and try fast travelling again so I can discover these 3 places. Okay, getting a bit cocky now.
Here they are.
I don't much care. Ow! I ain't hanging around. Stuff to do, places to be. Surely I've been over this bridge before. Okay, I take it back, I do care. Motherfucker. Alright, Daniel, mobilize your troops.
Unless you and Joshua have any objections, I'd like to start evacuating the Sorrows. I'm going to need your help, so say your piece.
I do have objections. I think Joshua's right. We should fight the White Legs.
No. Why? Why? Haven't you seen enough of what's going on here to see that the Sorrows don't need to butcher the White Legs for a piece of land? What Joshua wants is more than an attack. He wants a slaughter. And he needs more than you and the dead horses to do it. The Sorrows can't be pushed into this. You and Joshua don't have the right to force them into it. Please, consider what I'm saying.
This is the way the world is. They're part of it, whether you like it or not.
No. This is how we made the world. And we brought it to them. Joshua must be waiting for you. I'll stay here with the others.
Thank you for this. I know Daniel doesn't approve, but destroying the Whitelegs is the only way to ensure the Sorrows can remain in Zion. You and I will lead a group of Dead Horse warriors and Sorrows hunters into 3 Marys from this position. Our objective is to find the Whitelegs leader, salt upon wounds, and prevent him from fleeing. Show no quarter to the Whitelegs we come across. Make no mistake about why we are here. This is an extermination.
Let's do it.
God be with you.
And you. Joshua Graham has given you the Way of the Canaanite perk. While Joshua Graham is in your party, any 45 caliber pistol you use has less spread and is twice as likely to cause a critical hit. What? Guess what weapon I'm using? Oh, excuse me. God, it's getting late. Right. Ooh, glow sights as well. And I'm over encumbered. I don't need 2 park ranger hats. I don't need that leather armor anymore. Let's go. Oh. Take the rebreather off and put me authority glasses back on. Fuck off.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Right, we finally made it to Three Marys again, despite multiple crashes. Don't know where Joshua Graham is. Back there for some reason. So I guess we're leading the attack by ourselves. So bearing in mind we have already been down here once. There are guys. Yo.
Hoi! Oladu Sagasi.
Ready? Let's do this. Let's go, people. Okay, we've got to make it all the way around. No problem. Joshua Graham's left us. Any particular reason? Was this a trap? Have we been deceived? Boop, 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 boop. I think we've been deceived. Okay, now we can continue. How many heads do I have to pop before you guys get the message? Don't fuck with me. Is that one of ours? The hell's on? What's going on here? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm going the wrong way. I think. Could be wrong. Nope, definitely going the wrong way. Because there's enemies this way. I'll do. Quick save. Don't crash on me now. Get down. 2 rounds left. Got some normal ammunition. Let's use that. I'll be taking the high path, I think. Get the impression I'm going to have rocks dropped on me if I don't. Is that one of ours? I don't think it is. Shit, it was one of ours. Sorry about that.
Yeah, Dad.
We seem to have pretty much taken the entire canyon. Except for these idiots down here. Oh, fuck off. It'd be good if you could actually shoot them out of the air.
That's good fun.
Nearly at the end of the canyon.
We warned you at Syracuse, and you persisted. You took advantage of us at New Canaan to drive us out. And like the dogs of Caesar you are, you followed us to Zion. And now you stand on holy ground, a temple to God's glory on earth. The only use for an animal in our temple is sacrifice. Kale wachane conserva o. You understand me, don't you? Don't you?
Outman. Kunaman mad. He killed all Whitelegs. You talk. You stop!
Whatever. Joshua, put a cap in General Gobbledygook here.
Baika Cur. You devil!
Nice. I said
There.
one.
That's it. It's finished. When they hear what happened here, the White Men will crawl back to their great Salt Lake. If Caesar doesn't kill them, they'll wither and die like the cursed mongrels they are. Come, let's find Daniel. Tomorrow we'll be here soon, and there is still much work to be done.
Correctamundo. Right. Let's assign some points. Medicine up to 90. Stick some in barter. Choose a perk. God, we've leveled up more in this episode. Mind you, it's been a pretty long episode, to be fair. Your knowledge of robotic components allows you to break them more easily and salvage their mechanical corpses. That's cool. I'm gonna go for the living anatomy thing because it gives me the extra damage bonus.
And so it was that the conflict between the New Canaanites and the Whitelegs was finally resolved. The courier's involvement had tipped the scale, shifting the fragile balance of power.
Joshua Graham's chilling execution of salt upon wounds seared into their minds. The surviving Whitelegs retreated to the Great Salt Lake. Unable to shake the memory of their brutal defeat and the dead horses' savagery in battle, the Whitelegs feared further reprisals. They fled north, out of Utah, into Wyoming. The wilderness was harsh, and the first winter claimed over half the tribe. When spring came, the survivors parted ways in small bands, and so the Whitelegs died a quiet, ignominious death.
The Sorrows fought beside Joshua Graham and the dead horses, eradicating the threat the Whitelegs posed to Zion. Watching as the courier encouraged Joshua Graham to execute salt upon wounds, the Sorrows learned that New Canaan offered no mercy to the wicked. The Sorrows' transformation from a peaceful, timid tribe into a merciless warlike people broke Daniel's heart. Over time, the Sorrows became ever more ruthless in their dealings, even with each other. Daniel traveled to and fro between the New Canaanites and Zion, continuing to plead for a return to the old ways whenever he visited. Eventually, the Sorrows grew tired of his blather and turned their backs on him.
Having helped eradicate the Whitelegs from Zion, the dead horses returned to Dead Horse Point in triumph. They remained neutral toward the Sorrows, but as years went on, there were periods of competitive friction, even violence between the tribes. The New Canaanites, Daniel especially, intervened regularly as mediators, but found it difficult to reconcile the tribes' conflicts.
The defeat of the Whitelegs in Zion marked a turning point in the fortunes of the Happy Trails Caravan Company. Every 2 months, the caravan met with the New Canaanites in Zion Valley to trade. Happy Trails soon returned to prosperity. The vigilance of the Sorrows and dead horses in defending southwestern Utah, initially startling to Happy Trails caravans, soon proved a blessing. The tribes united against the 80s, driving them back from Highway 50, and thus opening yet another trading route for Happy Trails caravans.
Follows Chalk took the courier's words to heart and decided that he would behold the sights and sounds of distant lands with his own eyes and ears. After returning to Dead Horse Point, he quarreled with his family and other tribe members about his ambitions. One morning, they awoke to discover that Follows Chalk had set off alone, westward, into the wilderness. He was never seen again.
Waking Cloud was distraught when she learned of her husband's death, but took comfort from her tribe and the compassion of the New Canaanites. She forgave Daniel for having concealed her husband's fate from her, and learned to accept his fate. When her grief faded, she took a husband from the Dead Horse tribe. At her bidding, he stayed close to home.
With the White Legs crushed, Joshua Graham led the Sorrows and Dead Horses in tearing apart and burning the corpses of their enemies. He set about training his army in the way of the Canaanite, and soon the new Canaanites and tribes of Zion were feared well into the Mojave. Legends of the Burn Man grew even more depraved and terrifying.
For years after the defeat of the Whitelegs, Daniel did his best to minister to the Sorrows' spiritual needs. Try as he might, he could not hold back the tribe's increasing militancy and reverence of Joshua Graham. Demoralized, he returned to his family in Dead Horse Point. His failures haunted him for the rest of his days.
And with that, the courier walked out of the history of the tribes of Zion and back to the gathering storm of the Mojave Wasteland.
And so he did. Oh, it's all the, ooh. I won't mind taking all this. And let's be off.